Hey y'all, it's Dr. Dara here. Welcome back to the Growing Up series, The Journey to Emotional Maturity. Now, last week we talked about lashing out. Our question is, why do we lash out on people who are closest to us? Today's question is related to that, and I want you to think about how do we respond to unwanted or negative emotions? So I think the precursor to lashing out is when you feel something uncomfortable. It could be that you feel rejected or you felt, left out, disappointed, you're grieved by something, and, your body just reacts. However, it's whatever that norm is. It could be that you shut down. It could be that you give the silent treatment. It could be that you avoid. It could be that you express everything at once. There could be a lot of different methods, right, that your body might be familiar with responding to. And today I want to invite you to have a moment to reflect. In this moment, I invite you to reflect. I want you to grab a piece of paper, grab a pen or a pencil, and I want you to write, I want you to think about the last circumstance where you did lash out, or it just didn't go well. What you were trying to communicate wasn't congruent to what you were feeling. And so, what do you remember about your experience with unwanted emotions? I want you to list those out. Was it feeling abandoned? Was it feeling rejected? Was it feeling disappointed? And then how did it make you feel to know that that's what you were feeling in that moment? And then the second or third question is, what did you do with that emotion? And then lastly, what would you have done differently? So, take some time. You can pause this video or you can come back to it and really reflect on, what's your go-to method, of handling those unwanted emotions. And again, pausing and reflecting and slowing down will help you be more in touch with your emotions and then be more in touch with or willing to share with other people. And then, a suggestion, a tip that I would also encourage you to consider is processing. Sometimes with lashing out and dealing with unwanted emotions, sometimes there's grief behind that, grief of what was or what isn't, and or what you thought it would be. So it might be attached to an expectation of someone or a duty in a relationship. And so, you can also process, the grief that comes with that outcome. And I just want to name that because sometimes I think we look to other resources outside of naming grief, and especially for people of color. And so I really would love for you to consider, if you're grieving something, and how that might be playing out and getting in the way of how you envisioned or imagined the relationship being. So that's my tip for today. We're all growing up together. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. But also, if you're looking for professional help, I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm taking new clients. So I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next time.